So we're recording. We're live. Yay. Hi, everyone. My name is Dawn Newman, and welcome to my channel where I will be interviewing digital marketers. Today with me, I have my friend Val, and she's a digital marketer, and we're in the same business together called E1Up. Hey, Val, how are you today?
I'm good, Dawn. How are you?
Awesome. I'm great. Okay, so let's start off with your name. Where are you from? Are you married? Do you have kids? Or, what's your deal?
Okay, well, since you just did my little official introduction, I'm Val again, or some people call me Miss Lynn. I'm also known as that. I am not married yet, and I have fur babies and some crazy bearded dragons and a snake. So those are my babies right now. But besides that, I don't have kids.
Awesome.
And sorry, I almost forgot. What was that, Dawn?
Fur babies are kids too.
Exactly.
My animals are my kids.
And then I am from Colorado Springs originally.
Awesome. So why did you choose digital marketing?
Well, based on where I was a year ago, I was working as a chef and I wasn't happy doing that. I realized it wasn't my true passion, and I had seen people making money online, and I was weird about it. I was skeptical about it, just like everybody else. But, I saw the potential in it, and I saw it as a solution to have that freedom, that, time freedom. And I, had worked in the kitchen for 7 years, and it just got to that point where I was like, I need a change. So I saw internet marketing as that solution. So even though I was still skeptical, I went for it.
Awesome. So did you really like being a chef, or like were there times where you were just like, oh my God, I'm working too much?
Both. When I first started, I was really into it. I was really passionate about it when I first started my schooling with it and everything. But as it continued, it really quickly just wore me out. Like, I got burnt out really quick. And I love cooking, absolutely love cooking, but I'd rather be doing it at home for my family or for friends and putting on like my own event or just doing something for loved ones rather than, having to do it at work for people that, just rich country club people.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't hate cooking. I still absolutely love cooking, but doing it professionally was not my true passion. So there was a lot of times where I was working way too much and it was all I was doing.
So let's talk about working way too much in the chef industry. How many hours would you normally put in being like a chef or a sous chef or whatever?
Well, on minimum, it was 12 hours a day. So I usually worked 6 days a week, and the culinary industry is it's just crazy. A lot of people have set schedules. They have regular days that they work. They have regular hours. When you're a chef, it's not like that at all. I didn't know my schedule until the day before the next week. And it would constantly change even that week. And the hours were always different. They always depended on what that day looked like. So my days were never planned out. It happened right then and there. When I woke up, it was like, oh, okay, I got a text, I have to go in early. Oh, something happened. So we've had, the work that went into it, working at least 12 hours a day, 6 days a week was minimum. And it was just crazy.
Did you ever know that was the schedule that you were gonna have before you like went into it when you were in school? Did anybody inform you how much you'd be working and sacrificing your young life?
No, definitely not. That's something I wish I had known. I wish somebody had given me granted, I went through an apprenticeship. So it's different than just going through culinary school because you're put into the working situation right then and there. It's not classrooms and stuff like that. Like, you're in real life working, and that's how you do your education. So the schedule was crazy, initially, but if I had somebody that had been a chef for years and had been in the industry for so long actually sit down and talk to me and tell me about what the rest of like my career would look like and what it would take to become a higher position and just everything that went into it, I probably would have changed my mind.
Did you have fun, being a chef though, while you were like, what was like some good points and some bad things that happened to you while you were cooking?
Well, of course, there was a lot of good times. I met a lot of cool people. I got to teach other people. I got to be in higher positions, and that allowed me to be able to teach other people and have my creativity, to some extent. I had my own creativity and could kind of boss myself around. But, when I sum it all up in my head, it came down to being worse than better. Like those good moments definitely didn't outweigh the bad. And, some of the good moments were just, being on a team of people. We're all like in the mess together, and then we go out drinking together afterwards, cause bad habits and whatnot. But those were good times. And through my apprenticeship, I did go to school once a week for 5 hours. I actually had to drive from Colorado Springs to Denver once a week for a 5-hour class. And it didn't matter if it was snowing. So there was some very treacherous days during winter when I had to drive up there and do schooling and everything. And that was fun. It was fun to learn, all of these skills that I have from what I went through, and the person that it did shape me, and I'm proud of it. And I wouldn't, change my past, but I'm glad that it's not going to be my future.
Yeah. So when you decided that you no longer wanted to be a chef and that digital marketing was the way that you were going to go, were your friends and family supportive of you?
My friends, not so much. They kind of just do their own thing. Most of them are still in the culinary industry, actually. Some of them are doing really well. Some of them are just, like in the same position I was in. They're just working because they have to. I can't say they're not supportive. I just don't think that they pay attention. They've just got their own stuff going on. A few people, when I first started, I had talked to them about it, and they didn't really understand exactly what I was doing. They didn't, push me down about it or anything, be like, why are you doing this? They weren't negative about it. They were just kind of indifferent and uneducated about it. And I could just tell they weren't really interested, so I just left it alone. When it came to my family, they were 100% supportive, and they still are. And that awesome. To me is amazing.
Yeah, because there are so many people when they start digital marketing, like every single person that they know puts them down. Like they put them down so bad. And then they believe themselves like, oh, this isn't gonna work, because they hear everybody saying, oh, this is a scam, don't do this, it doesn't work, and they get that into their head like, oh, it's a scam, you know what I mean? So it's really good when you have support from home. My husband is very supportive of me, as my kids are too, and really they're all the support I need.
And then just having all the like team support and the people that you've met through business and everything, that's just like a big added bonus.
Yes.
And I did want to say one thing really quick. My mom was actually my first customer with my first business, and then my dad was like my third. So.
Oh, awesome. That's awesome. So who inspired you to start digital marketing? Like, is there any one particular person that you remember that was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be just like them?
I've always kind of had, the push of become an entrepreneur. It's, I've always kind of had that in the back of my head. And even when I was cooking, I always was like, I need to have my own business. I need to ultimately at some point not work for someone else. That was what I always had in the back of my head. No matter what I was doing, I was not going to work for someone else. And the one person that has always, given me that mentality and kind of helped me out with that was my mom, because she herself is a business owner, and for the longest time, since forever, she's always told me, do not work for somebody else, become an entrepreneur, like, figure it out so that you're not stuck doing that you're not stuck working for someone else. So she's my main connection there. And she actually used to do network marketing. She's tried a few different network marketing companies, and I wasn't too big on them at the time because I just didn't see the passion there. She was passionate about it, and I supported her, but I didn't see it, working for myself. But I did know a few people, and I'm actually still friends with those few people that were in that business. And so I've kind of always had the idea, it was out there, but until I found a company that I was passionate about, until I found a reason why I wanted to do it bad enough, it didn't completely make sense until the why was strong enough.
We're kind of almost the same. So my dad has always been an entrepreneur. He's always owned his own businesses. When I was young, my dad owned a marina, and I used to go on people's boats, and they would sit me down in front of their TVs and let me watch cartoons and give me milk and cookies and junk food. And then his partner got really sick, and so they sold the marina to someone else. And then my dad owned another business where he just kind of went on, like, he was a surveyor, so banks would hire him to come on to like these really big yachts and tell them how much they're worth, because they were selling them, they were buying them for people, they were giving loans out for these yachts. So my dad tell you how much they were worth. So entrepreneurship has always been ran in my family, at least on my dad's side of the family, and I've always watched him be his own boss. It was awesome, just like you, like watching your mom be her own boss. I guess it's kind of what inspired me a little bit too. I was like, I can't work for people. Nope.
Yeah. That's so cool. I didn't know that we had that in common, Dawn. I like that.
So what's the best advice that you could give to someone that's brand new in digital marketing that has never, ever, ever done it before in their life?
My best advice to someone who wants to get into the industry is to find a good mentor. Find somebody that does have experience, that is going to take the time to talk to you and answer all of your questions, someone that you do relate with, just someone that is patient and knowledgeable and is willing to help you reach your goals. That, I think, is one of the most important aspects before you get started, because even I jumped in because I saw somebody who, she regularly showed her proof. And even though she was connected in a way, we weren't very personally connected. We didn't know each other very well. And when I joined, she just kind of went through the motions and kind of showed me what worked for her. I mean, she was supportive and everything, but the true connection wasn't really there. And I think if it had been, then I would have had a better understanding and would have been able to start off on a better foot, maybe a more right foot than where I did start, because I was so lost when I started. And that's what I want to help people with. I don't want people to be lost when they first start. Even if they're completely new and they have no experience, I want them to be able to come to someone like you, Dawn, or me, and learn from us before they actually start. Before they get going with all this, they can actually ask us and talk to us openly about it, so that they have an idea of where they're going to start and exactly what they're going to be doing and how we're going to help them.
Yep. So just so you guys know, Val and I are actually on the same team. We are on Team Impact, and the business that we promote is called E1Up. And tonight we actually have a hangout, right, Val?
Yes, we have hangouts every Monday and Wednesday. They're open live hangouts for people who are interested in the business. Even if you're not interested and you're just you just need some motivation for the day, something like that. You just want to come on and hang out, and, you know, check out our team and listen to some top earners speak about their success and what it takes and the company that they were able to do it with. You can come on. Everybody is welcome.
Awesome. Well, that is all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been fun. And if you guys want to get in touch with Val, I will have the links to her Facebook and her YouTube down below in the description box, and you guys can get a hold of her there. Right, Val? You have a YouTube?
Yes. Yes, of course. And then also on my channel, since this is also on my channel, you guys can look in the description down below and also have Dawn's information so you can, you know, connect with her as well.
Awesome. And tell everybody really quick, just one last question. What is your favorite social platform that you use for business? Everyone's
I personally mainly use Facebook and YouTube. Those are my two. And one piece of advice really quick. When you're starting out, I thought I had to go make an account on like every social media platform. I had to try to master everything all at once. So I made an Instagram account. I made an account on Indeed and like all these job sites. And I tried to make one on Twitter, and like, that was my, you know, perception that I needed to have like an account all over the place. But really it's too much to manage. And when you first start out, pick one platform, one or two, and just focus on mastering those and then branch into other ones. And that's the same thing with business. You shouldn't be hopping around to different businesses. Make a commitment to one, master it, and then expand.
awesome. And thank you so much today for your time. And I hope you guys liked this video. And if you liked it, please subscribe. If you guys like Val, please go down to the description box below and contact her through YouTube or Facebook. All right, guys, bye.
Thanks, Dawn.